Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Less Stress Travel. Thank you for tuning in today. Welcome. Today I would like to talk and invite you also already to a little conversation below in the comments if you would like to share some thoughts of you. Ketogenic diet versus a carnivore based diet. Let's just first make clear what both are basically, and then I would like to share my personal opinion about what is the right way, what is probably the best of all the diets you can have out there, or is there even the best, right? So let's just talk a little bit about that. Well, first point first. Ketogenic diet basically means, or also known as the Atkins diet, basically means that in a traditional way, you have your diet consists around 70 to 80% out of fat, 10 to 20% out of protein, or even 10 to 20 to 25 sometimes even, and then like a really small amount is just carbohydrates. Normally people say you are in a ketosis basically when you have less than 20 grams of sugar each day. All right, so that's very low. That probably only consists a couple of leafy greens, maybe because you have a couple of natural based sugars in there, or maybe a little bit of lactose from cheese, what you get like small amounts, but that's basically it. So you keep it very low. While on the carnivore side, you're completely cutting off sugars in an extreme way, right? Now also in the carnivore, because it's a very new topic for people, even though we have been eating in a carnivore diet for thousands of years through our evolution, because that was the only source of fat and protein which was available from animals, was basically meat and fish. But in an extreme way, in a raw carnivore diet, for example, you would only have meat, not even fish. All right, I know people that are just eating steaks, just eating organ meats. My mentor even just eats it in a raw way. I already explained why that is can be important for the absorption of the proteins and fats. But I just want to point that out. So you have ketogenic on the one hand and carnivore on the other hand. So both bring your body into ketosis. Ketosis basically means your body is starting producing ketones and relies a little bit more on fat as a fuel for energy, to produce energy inside of your body, right? That is just relied on the fact when your body cannot use carbohydrates anymore, it has to use another fuel. And if you know, not overeating with proteins, because proteins, when you overeat with them, just a little side note to that, can convert it also in carbohydrates for the body, especially in starving situations. So you want to make sure, that's one reason why you want to make sure that your fat content is always high. Now they are kind of like this on the same direction. What the carnivore diet probably sometimes missing is a little bit variety. It's a huge factor, especially when you want to make a long-term change. On the other hand, I know a lot of people, a lot of carnivores who are doing actually pretty well with that, because there's a spectrum in what is actually carnivore still, and people are discussing about that. But let's just say you're really traditional and you're only eating meat at all. Yes, you have some spices. Yes, you can bring some variety in there. It's possible. It's just for most people, it's not very beneficial for a long-term change, especially when our goal is to handle our stress a little bit better. It might be hard at the beginning, in like after 2 or 3 weeks, when your body is adjusting a little bit more on relying on fat. It might be getting easier, but still I know people who struggle with that. And that's when, for me, the ketogenic diet is more beneficial, because in a ketogenic diet, you have not such strict restrictions. For example, you could have some blueberries, you can get a little bit sugars in there. Here and there, you can have some nuts with low sugar content. which is not allowed in a carnivore diet. So my point is, they both are very good and very healthy and very beneficial for you. And also knowing that fruits and vegetables actually are not necessary to have a healthy, balanced body with reduced stress. And that's for fact. But on the other hand, it just brings some variety in there. And that's the main reason why I would choose more, let's just say, a flexible carnivore diet, which would be probably almost a ketogenic diet. In my way, what I would confirm, to bring that back to the topic, what's actually the best, I would suggest, like, being strict on a carnivore diet is a very, very effective and good way, but don't take it too hard. And instead of like focusing on like, oh, I have a little bit of sugars here, there, so I'm in ketosis, just be a carnivore, but then on maybe once a week, you can screw it up a little bit and you can have some whatever you like potato chips or ice cream, or even though I must say, for some of my clients that might be not the right way, and some people are more ready to completely switch to a carnivore diet than I might think, or I was thinking about it, but just for the general population, I think a flexible carnivore diet where you can here and there have a little treats and cheats is way more effective when it comes down to a long-term change. But also, I mean, you can also go ketogenic and have similar benefits. What you always want to make sure is that you always have the animal protein and fat, especially animal fats inside of your diet. Because I have to mention that from a ketogenic perspective, you can do that on a plant-based diet. It's hard, but it's possible. If you're eating tons of nuts and a ton of avocado, you can totally be on a low cholesterol, high fat diet. It's possible. It's just hard to make, but there are people out there. But it's important to mention that that is, for me, especially for the carnivore diet, beneficial, because you automatically have the fats inside of your diet. And here's another thing with the high fat, high animal based diet, you have the beneficial that all the fat is there in your body to produce the energy, and then automatically all these animal products come with protein all the time. So all the energy would on a regular diet probably would from the protein sometimes would be transferred to use as an energy, can be used right now under these circumstances of a ketogenic or high fat diet to actually build up on muscle mass and on the protein synthesis, basically, right? So and this is one of our goals, because when you have more muscle and you have more stronger bone structure and you just have more energy, that has an impact on your whole physics. And when you feel better about yourself, your stress level automatically releases. So as you can see, it's all connected. But again, like as a summary, just very, very quick again, a flexible carnivore diet, in my opinion, is the best way to make a long-term shift inside of your life when it comes down to handle your stress and to manage weight loss and building up muscle slowly at the same time. But I'm open for a conversation. So if you have any other opinions about that, let's just leave a comment down here. We can talk a little bit about it. And also I want to mention, if you are interested in a free call with me, if you struggle with your diet, if you feel stressed, it doesn't matter where you are, what you do, or if you feel you have questions about your diet, I'm really happy to help you guys. So please feel free to reach out to me with an email, write me an email. I will send you up with a questionnaire, and then we will get very soon on our first talk, and I'm happy to help you with more and to work with you together as your coach. All right, take it easy, guys. Stay healthy, reduce your stress, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.